Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode. But this time, this is part of what we're calling the 6 movies for Christmas, where we discover 6 movies and take a look at them, and, well, just throw them out there for your enjoyment or whatever, just to kind of see if you've seen it or have seen it, and try to get to know your thoughts just like ours. So, first up on the list, we have Mother Krampus. Mother Krampus is a 2017 film that was directed by James Klass. Writers were Scott Jeffrey and James Klass, who was also the associate writer, and has stars such as Claire Maria Fox, Tony Manders, and Faye Goodwin. So, and we also get to see Tara McGowan, which I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right.
Tara McGowan?
Growan, something. Sorry about your last name, Tara. So, anyway, what kind of, I guess, drew my attention to this, which I am talking with the lovely fiance, by the way.
Hey, everybody.
And, well, it was quite an interesting little treat. Because first off, it is based off an urban legend from Germany, which is interesting. Because usually we all know of the infamous Krampus, which tonight began Krampus's route throughout the world to take on getting rid of the children who have been naughty. So if you have a naughty kid, you better watch out, because Krampus is coming to take your child away from you, or children. So, the interesting thing about this is that the urban legend, like we said, is based off something from Germany, where we actually have a name for what they call Mother Krampus. And it's basically pronounced as Frau Perchta, and to spell it, it's like Frau, and then the last name is Perchta.
Yep.
And she's
Perchta.
Yes. So she's very scary, I guess. She's not really well known, but I mean,
she's the terrifying Christmas witch.
Right. So, I'm going to have Tessa maybe skim through this while I talk a little bit, but I honestly didn't realize there was a Christmas witch besides Krampus. What about you?
I wasn't aware that there was a Christmas witch either, which is really interesting, the things that you learn. We both pretty much knew about Krampus, because Krampus is very infamous
around this holiday season.
Yes, especially today.
Yes. And throughout the whole month, really, leading up to Christmas. Just like with this Frau Perchta, she's got like 12 days or something like that, where she goes and kidnaps and takes away the naughty and reward the goods and stuff like that. So, I guess in a way we're going to try to do our best to try to give you a little rundown of who exactly this terrifying Christmas witch is known as Frau Perchta. Frau Perchta is often depicted with a beaked nose made of iron, dressed in rags, perhaps carrying a cane, and generally resembles a decrepit old crone.
Yeah, decrepit old crone.
But this old crone packs a mighty wallop and carries a long knife hidden under her skirt. Oh boy.
Whereas Krampus carries around his branches of brambles and his chains, she carries a nice long knife underneath her skirt, so,
That's not frightening already. So she also bears a resemblance to the goddess Frigga.
From Scandinavian.
Yep. And it's also because of the neatness. Like, she looks for the neatness in things. She hates things that are
messy,
dusty,
dirty,
all that stuff.
Otherwise unappealing.
Oh boy. So, yeah. It's not... It's kind of interesting because, like, there's so many different ways of how she is portrayed, I guess, besides being a neat freak. She's also resigned in Germany and Australia and Switzerland. And apparently, depending on who you talk to in those type of regions, there's different stories. And some of the things, though...
Other legends equate to Frau Perchta with the legend of the Wild Hunt. Says she flies through the night sky attended by an army of lost souls, including the demonic-looking Perchtin, her army of servants who are visually near indistinguishable from Krampus.
So basically it's like Krampus' army, but with her too. Interesting. So what happened if you kind of... like, get caught and stuff? Well, some of the things you don't want to do is have your house be a total mess. And if you don't leave out a traditional bowl of porridge, well, then you're going to get a rampage of a terrifying witch, because she'll do nothing less than to steal into your bedroom, disembowel you, and replace your guts with rocks and straw. So nice.
Lovely.
Nice. And it's interesting because she also has a different name.
Her other name that she goes by is Holy, a winter goddess whose name means shining or bright, hence her association with Epiphany, the shining night, or which the star of Bethlehem shone down. Her dual nature is expressed in the fact that there are both evil or ugly Perchtin and pretty Perchtin, both of whom you might find in a typical Perchtin loft
or Perchtin run into the alpine regions of Europe. So basically, the pretty ones are well and good, and then you got the evil ones that you just don't want to...
Evil and ugly and nasty.
You don't really want to mess with.
No.
So basically, what you want to do is keep your house neat, and it's a guess, like this person has said too, which makes a lot of sense, is if your kids are being naughty and do not want to clean up your room, just remember, you can always tell them that the Christmas witch will come and take them away if their room is not cleaned up. And that will probably get them to clean up their room. So, try it out. So anyway, that's a little bit of who Frau Perchta is as an urban legend. So let's talk about the movie Mother Krampus now. So, Mother Krampus is kind of like some of the movies we've unfortunately seen a little bit, because it involves a town that had a very dark past and has been cursed for the next couple years because of the family bloodline that had been going on. So it's like we've seen it before, and then it's like we haven't seen it before. So
it was just an interesting way of how they did it to kind of change it up to make it a little bit different. Not quite the same as what we've seen, but give like a whole new, like, I guess, spin on it. Give us a different face versus the Krampus that we're used to seeing. They gave us a feminine, female Krampus, kind of. To
help get the word out that, yes, there is such thing as a Christmas witch, in a way, besides just Krampus. So, in the same way of, like, the missing people, she comes and snaps your kids away, just like Krampus. And in this movie, we get to see it as a bloodline type of thing, like I mentioned, where the town is cursed. Basically, 25 years after 1992, where 5 kids were found in the wood where their throats were slit and their guts were out and about and stuff like that. So, yeah. 25 years later, Mother Krampus, or Frau, has returned to continue
to wreak havoc on the wicked and their offspring.
Yes. Which is interesting because she does not like the witnesses at all. And unfortunately, if you are part of the bloodline, well, then you might not be in good hands then of surviving the night of Christmas. And I don't know. I mean, like, it's not a bad movie. And I rather enjoyed to learn something like this because I honestly didn't realize it was an urban legend. I remember back when the DVD was out in Walmart and stuff, I remember seeing it and I just kind of chuckled at it. But then, you know, I never actually took a look at it to realize it was actually an urban legend. So now learning it's an urban legend, it kind of really caught my attention. And I will just say I enjoyed it. I mean, I do agree with other people that some of the acting is not spot on, but I mean, you know, it is what it is, and it's nice to see a new face, as Tessa put it, to something more than just an iconic monster that we all know.
Instead of us getting like a male monster perspective, we were given a female, I guess, monster perspective, or I would say she was misinterpreted, but don't want to give too much away.
You're right. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's 2 movies. There's Mother Krampus, and then there's Mother Krampus 2, Sleigh Ride, which, honestly, Sleigh Ride does not look that great from the trailer we've seen. But then again, we have not given it a chance. But from what I've seen of trailer-wise, it's kind of cutting close to, oh boy, what is going on here? So, I guess, if you're looking for something more than just Krampus, check out Mother Krampus. She's definitely the Christmas witch. And there's nice scenes of gore and cookie cutting, if you want to call it that.
Oh yeah, she gave a whole new take on cookie cutting.
And, well, we've probably seen it before.
Roasting.
And, yeah, roasting.
Not quite like that.
No, I guess not.
We've seen, like, jigsaw puzzle piece stuff.
Yeah.
In that way, but not quite.
Not in that way, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I guess, just check it out. I mean, it may not be for everybody, but if you like Tessa and I, who like the indie B-rated stuff, that's good, but not good. I mean, like I said, the acting could have been a little bit better, but it is what it is. I guess, just take a look at it. I don't want to say anything else, because I really don't want to spoil too much else. But, so yeah,
check it out.
Yeah.
You need to check it out. It's like one of those films that you at least have to watch once and give it a shot. Yeah.
And another thing, just in case, which we didn't mention, but basically, Frau takes a kid once each night for 12 days of Christmas, basically. So, it's ridiculous. And I'm wondering, too, which I would like to look it up more, is, like, is there actually real evidence of children disappearing around the year of 1921 and before the Christmas of 1992? If so, then that just adds to the creepy factor of the urban legend. Is it real? Is it not real? Especially around this time. So I guess, like Tessa said, and we're not going to keep blabbering on, but check out Mother Krampus if you're into it. It is on Amazon Prime. You can watch it for free if you have IMDb like TV, because that's how we were able to watch it, because Amazon does cool things like that. Otherwise, just like $5 to rent, $9 to own.
It may be on Tubi as well.
Yes, always check out Tubi for cool stuff as well.
Because Tubi has some pretty interesting things.
Yes. And I guess on that note, this was Mother Krampus. It's a little bit of Mother Krampus so that Mother Krampus can get out there more of Frau Perchta. So remember to tidy up your house. Make sure your kids' rooms are all tidied up. And make sure you leave a bowl of porridge for her. The traditional kind, not like, garbage porridge. Anyway, and I think you'll be safe for the holidays. If not, well, then we tried to warn you about your safety.
About the Christmas witch.
Yep. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed Mother Krampus of this little short episode, because, like we said, we don't want to spoil too much. So, hopefully you enjoyed the little lore of what we even shared of what she is. And until next time, bye!